It's the day the nation had been fearing ever since Hamas's deadly attacks, and which it had been bracing for since the bodies of Shiri, Ariel and Kafir Bibas were returned by Hamas last week. Yarden Bibas paying tribute to his wife and children as they were buried almost 17 months after their abduction.
Shiri, I'm sorry I couldn't protect you all. If only I had known what would happen, I wouldn't have fired.
Yarden Bibas was freed earlier this month. He'd been separated from his wife and children when he'd left the family safe room to confront the armed gunmen tearing through their community.
Shiri, this is the closest I've been to you since October 7th, and I can't kiss or hug you, and it's breaking me and killing me. Shiri, please watch over me.
While the funeral itself was closed to the public, the route from the outskirts of Tel Aviv to the cemetery in southern Israel was packed with Israelis wanting to pay their respects to a family who have become symbolic of the broader hostage movement. The front pages of the nation's major newspapers also carrying paid advertisements urging the community to remember the Bibas family, while also demanding the release of all hostages still held in Gaza. The funeral is a reminder of what is at risk here. If the ceasefire falls over from this point, there are still 63 Israeli hostages held by Hamas in Gaza, and more than half are feared to be dead. The process to get them back to Israel remains uncertain. Israel and Hamas had been locked in a stalemate over the next group to be released. Israel protested over handover ceremonies held by Hamas as hostages were freed to the Red Cross, describing them as humiliating and degrading, something Hamas has disputed. Israel blocked the release of more than 600 Palestinian prisoners and detainees on Sunday as a result. In the next few hours, we are expected to see some movement. 4 hostage bodies returned without ceremony, according to the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office, and those Palestinian prisoners released soon after. This dispute shows just how fraught the negotiations between Hamas and Israel continue to be, and why there has been little progress on a lasting peace in Gaza. The current deal expires on Sunday, and it seems like it will just be extended for an indefinite period of time while more hostages are released and Palestinian prisoners and detainees are freed. That is fueling concerns that it could just give Israel a reason or an opportunity to restart fighting once it gets more hostages back.